What if you just twist her nipples really hard?
I think you're breaking two rules there.
What what's what's the second rule?
Well, I mean, that's sexual and then physical at the same time. So you might as well show her your dick while you're at it. All right. Back at you. Episode 3, baby.
We made it. What's been happening? It has been like 2 weeks, so what's up?
Yeah, dude, tell me about the Philippines.
Philippines. God, man. It's beautiful. It's great, man. The water is some of the clearest, bluest water I've ever seen there. We went to Boracay, which is like, it's kind of the most touristy spot in the Philippines, and we spent pretty much most of our time there. But it was really cool, man. We got to do a lot. We did like some island hopping and snorkeling and cliff jumping, and I played around at golf on this awesome course, and I was like the only one on the course. Just all kinds of stuff, man. It was great. Can't complain.
Did you go scuba diving?
No, didn't do any scuba diving, just snorkeling. But the cliff jumping thing was like we kind of went to a separate island, and we stayed on this resort for a couple of nights. Basically, like this practically brand new resort that had only been open for, they opened earlier this year. And it was like us, and then there were this couple, this dad and daughter from Germany there, and then another middle-aged couple, and then like that was it. Like at the whole resort, like the whole time we were there. So we had, in a way, kind of the place to ourselves there too. But a nice little restaurant and infinity pool and bar, and everything was reasonably priced.
Yeah, it's fairly cheap out there.
Yeah, man, it's not bad. It's like, you'll pay like $4 or $5 for a decent meal, like US dollars. Oh man, something I did try was balut when I was there. I saw it on a menu and I couldn't pass it up. I'd been kind of drinking a little bit, and so I think that kind of enticed me to try it a little bit more. Do you know what that is, balut?
No, explain it to me.
It's an egg, but it has basically a fully developed bird inside of it, and you eat it like before the bird hatches. It's crazy, man. It's really weird. You don't get the texture, though, of like bones or crunchiness or anything. Everything is still really soft, so like it's easy to like cut into and like chew and stuff. The only part that was like weird when chewing was like the feathers, because there's feathers on it. So you try to chew those, and they just kind of cut up in your mouth, and the texture of that isn't very good. But it didn't taste that bad. But I feel like I kind of had a glorified version of it because they called it a sizzling balut. So they cooked it in like some sauce with like some like mushrooms and onions and peppers and stuff. But like the traditional way to eat it is they basically just like boil it, and then you poke a hole in the top and you kind of like eat it raw.
Yeah, it's like when people are like, I love sushi. And then they go out there and they get that thing that looks like it's from the state fair. It looks like a damn funnel cake, They like deep fried tempura shrimp. I'm like, bitch, you don't like sushi? Yeah, so you got that. You got that beginner version. What did you call that stuff?
It's called balut. BELUT, something like that. Like I said, it wasn't like the raw version that some people do, but it was still, man, it was it was a legit full bird. That's one of the fun things about traveling too, man. You can always find that interesting food that's just kind of different, and okay, I got to give this a try because I won't be able to find this anywhere else. So
yeah,
keeps it exciting.
It's fun to mix it up. You probably drink a couple of beers every day, huh?
Yeah, just a couple beers. I don't get drunk every day, like not close, but...
You could be in the meth. I almost thought about calling this Smeth Lab.
Oh, man. You see all those like before and after pictures of people who get on that shit, and it's just like, Jesus.
Crazy. They morph into zombies. And they're still willing to do it, even though they see everybody morphing into zombies. Like, it must be good. Like, it must really feel amazing. Yeah, I would love to try heroin.
Like, just one time, or are you being sarcastic?
I don't know. There must be something about it if people are willing to give everything up for that thing, And I'm like, man, what is this? I gotta feel this.
Oh, man, I don't know if that's the excuse to use, though.
You know what I mean? I know better, though, and I'm not gonna go do heroin. I don't even know what the shit looks like.
But no, I understand what you're trying to say. Just like, yeah, that feeling, like, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'll get to the end and life's gonna feel I'll have some regret.
About...
Like, would you have gone back and changed anything? I really wish I would have tried heroin.
Did you see the El Camino movie? The Breaking Bad movie?
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Did you like it?
It was okay. I don't know. Did you like it?
Yeah, man, I liked it. I liked just kind of like going back and seeing all those characters again. The only part that was weird is like a short amount of time was supposed to be taking place, but obviously since it was so many years before like, the episode or the series ended, everybody looks different. Like Badger is fatter and like Todd obviously gained some weight.
Yeah, he did look fat as fuck, didn't he, that guy?
He kind of got himself a little bit of a dad bod happening. But overall, man, I enjoyed the story. Like you were always rooting for Jesse, so it was nice to see, good things happen for him in the end.
I'm starting to think that I don't understand what a good movie is and what a bad movie is, because I seen The Joker, I seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then I watched El Camino, all in like the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I hardly liked any of them.
Really?
These are all movies that everybody's just, fucking getting boners about. And I go watch them, I'm like, I guess, I don't know, I swear, what's wrong with me?
I don't know. I saw Joker. Man, we got to watch when we were over in the Philippines because they don't show movies like that in China. China will not release those kinds of movies. Too graphic or too violent. So I liked it, man. I really did. It was such a different take on the Joker, and it wasn't like comic booky at all. It was more of like seemed like a realistic character. It was a good story, and it was, man, very dark at times. Very dark.
Yeah, and I don't want to say I didn't like it. I would like to go back and watch it again. Same with the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I need to go back and watch that. Because there's been several movies where I watched it the first time. I was like, what the fuck? Then I went back and watched it again. Then I was like, oh.
I kind of appreciated it a little more.
This is what's wrong with me. I watched those 3 movies, and I'm like, man, I don't get it. And then I watched Coco, and it makes me cry. I cried twice watching Coco. It's just a really good movie, dude. It was beautiful, really. I cried. I did. I cried twice. I had like real tears. I wasn't bawling, but
that's okay.
They were there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, interesting. Coco, huh?
Coco. It's on Netflix.
Then did you hear about like what's happening with the NBA?
NBA, National Basketball Association?
Yeah, man, the Basketball Association. So like the owner of the Houston Rockets tweeted on his own personal account like I stand with Hong Kong. And like, do you know the whole situation, like what's going on with Hong Kong and China?
China wants to absorb Hong Kong, basically?
Yeah, but Hong Kong wants to remain their own independent like thing. Like, so anyways, there's a big dispute going on between like Hong Kong and China, and the owner of the Rockets tweeted something that said like, I stand with Hong Kong. China saw that and was like, well, fuck the NBA. We're not going to show any of their games or support them here in China. So they're like not showing any of the preseason games. And usually it's a big deal. Like they'll broadcast it on like their cable channels and stuff. But dude, they're like throwing a little hissy fit, man. They're like little girls. I should probably watch what I say since I'm talking over WeChat.
When you were a kid, you could not imagine these iPhones. You could not imagine being able to take these pictures and connect with people and send people pictures and play video games. And
I was so jealous of my brother, man, because like he had his little pager. It was like a green with like kind of like a green plastic casing, like clear plastic pager. Anyways, I just remember like him and his girlfriend at the time, like they would page each other like text messages. Like he could send like I love you as a page number with like 170 whatever he would do, and like message her I love you, and that's how she would read it on her pager.
I had a black one. Then they started coming out with the clear colored ones. I was like, Mom, I need a clear color pager.
I remember asking my dad one time for I wanted my own phone number in my bedroom.
Yeah, I had that too, and it was like a car phone. It was like a red Ferrari.
I never got one. And I always had to fight for the phone, man, because I had an older brother, an older sister, a younger sister, and especially my older siblings, like they always wanted to use the home phone to like talk to their whoever at the time. And so we were always like fighting for the phone of like, you got 10 more minutes and it's my turn.
That's why I finally got my own line, because I'd get on that phone, my mom would be on the phone with somebody. I'm like, man, I need my own line. I got to call Eric.
Who was Eric?
I don't know.
That's good. I remember when I wanted to go see a movie, we would like negotiate like, okay, I'm going to ask my dad if he can take us and then see if your mom can pick us up.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember having to get rides to Bricktown.
From Bricktown to El Reno?
Yeah, we would skateboard. Yeah, we would try to get like Kirk's mom, because she had this huge Suburban.
Yeah.
To drive us to Bricktown. Then we'd try to get picked up by somebody else. like hitch rides and not being able to connect with each other either. Like when I would try to go find Kirk and Jared, like I would have to track them, get to their mom's house and be like, hey, were the boys here? And they were like, oh, they just took off. They headed east. So you go east and then you like see bicycle tracks like going over the bridge.
You like get down and feel the trash. Oh, these are fresh.
Yeah, there's like a puddle and there's like bicycle tracks leading out due north. Yeah. Like, all right, I think I know where they went. They're at the gas station. Go to the gas station. Did a guy come in here and get a grape slushie at a Snickers bar? Yeah, it was wild. It was just a different time.
When I first got my license, like I didn't have a car yet, but my dad had a white minivan, and I was so excited to have my license. So I'd be like, Dad, can I just go driving around town for a little bit? So since he had a minivan, I'd find as many friends as I can, man. We'd just go, you guys want to go driving around? We'd drive to Walmart. We'd walk around the aisles of Walmart for a little bit, and then we'd leave and drive up and down Sunset, and we'd just, make that loop for about 2 hours just because we could, and we had nothing better to do. It's crazy. Or like that time I wrecked my car twice in 2 nights on Halloween from drinking and driving.
Yeah. Was this when you were a manager at McDonald's?
No, dude, I think I was working down in Bricktown. I don't know if you could call it manager, man. It was more of a...
like a shift lead.
Shift leader.
Yeah.
McDonald's. Dude, I used to think I was going to own that bitch one day. I'd walk around with like the M gang sign, being like McDonald's for life.
Oh, shit. Dude, yeah, I worked at Subway down the street.
I remember.
We were your rivals.
How often did you give away free sandwiches when you worked at Subway?
Oh my God. I would give chicks sandwiches and cookies if they came in. I'd give all my buddies sandwiches. I ate like 3-4 sandwiches on a shift, like experimenting with different things. I eventually got so sick of it, I just like couldn't eat it at all. But yeah, I remember them giving me a key. I was like 15, 16. I'm like, man, I got a key to Subway right now. Like,
are these people stupid?
I remember one time we brought firecrackers in there and we had... like would put them in old vegetables and like go in the back and throw them up in the air and like cucumbers would blow up and we were putting them in pans with water. One time we brought dry ice and filled up the sinks in the back completely and then put the dry ice in the sinks and then the whole building was like full of smoke. We would play with the security cameras.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I never had quite that much freedom working at McDonald's. But man, what I was going to say is we have a Subway here in China that I really dislike the Subway here, man. It does not make me happy. You order a sandwich, and like when it comes to their toppings, first of all, they put the meat on, but when they put the cheese on, it's like put on really sloppy, and then they just throw it in the oven, and like nothing is even on the sandwich, and that just irks me, man. Like for some reason, like melted cheese on a sandwich, like it needs to be like even. Don't just pile it on top of each other in the corner of the sandwich and let it melt. Like put it on there even, man. Put it on there nice. But they just slap it on there and they throw it in the oven. And then when you ask for vegetables, they give you a shit ton of lettuce and tomato. And then when you say like, give me some olives, they'll take like 2 slices of olives and put like 2 on each side. And then you say, give me some onions. They'll give you like 2 or 3 little strings of onion and put the onion on there. So like they're very they're very stingy with their toppings. And I don't know if there's a shortage of olives and onions in China right now or what it is, but it's very annoying to get sandwiches at Subway here.
When you start at Subway, there's a chart that you read that tells you how much you should put on each sandwich. And I think for a 6-inch, you're only supposed to put 3 olives on a 6-inch.
Who the fuck eats 3 olives on a 6-inch sandwich? Why would you even get olives?
Dude. That's what it says. Same thing with cucumber. It's like 2 on a 6-inch, maybe 3 on a 6-inch is like the standard. There's a guide to tell you how many. It sounds like they're following it because that's literally what it says, 3 olives on a 6-inch.
Well, I guarantee you it doesn't say 2 handfuls of shredded lettuce because that's about how much lettuce they put on it, but they won't put me any more than 3 olives on it. It doesn't make any sense, man.
Oh, dude, that shit's cheap. You got to tell lettuce at the end, too. Here's a little...
Oh, I've learned that.
Trick of the trade. Yes, tell lettuce at the end because... otherwise, you'll see them, they'll put the lettuce first, and they put all the toppings on there, and then they'll try to close the sandwich, and it just like squeeze it out of there like it's fucking toothpaste. God damn it. Dude, I've noticed, too, if you say all the vegetables and lettuce at the end, they'll start with lettuce anyway. So you can't say all the vegetables. You got to save the lettuce. Like,
Yeah, like when they're asking you for what kind of sauce, you're like, hold up. I want some lettuce too.
yeah.
Really throw them for a loop.
Yeah,
What?
at the end. Because you could be like, she'd be like, what kind of vegetables? You'd say pickles, tomatoes, olives, lettuce. She's like, boom. Something about lettuce. Oh, yeah. You gotta
They always reach for it first, man. They got their hand knuckles deep in that lettuce before you even start telling them what vegetables you want.
Man, I need to come out to China and be a Subway sandwich artist consultant.
I guarantee you every Subway here needs it.
I grabbed the meats with two hands, right? So like you got a cold cut combo. Or maybe it was the club, I can't remember.
I think it's the club.
Yeah, I could grab the meat. I could grab a turkey, like a roast beef, with each hand and be like, boom, and fold it real quick. Boom, boom, boom.
That's another thing. They don't even fold the damn meat.
Spread them dressings, man. It would look like a piece of art.
Look like something that should go on their next commercial.
You wouldn't even want to eat my sandwich. It was so pretty. Man, this was days before Instagram and stuff. I would have blown up back then, I think, like as a Subway sandwich artist, kind of like Salt Bay or that guy Daniel from Target or something. Jared Stapleton tells me how he was a chef at KFC. That's what they called them. They were chefs. See, I was a Subway sandwich artist.
You can't have a damn chef at KFC.
Yeah, but he claims he was a chef for real. He also claims that his birthday is on Halloween, even though his birthday is like October 28th.
Your birthday was recently, right?
Yeah.
Now I feel like shit.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not till December. Dude, all this shit is dumb anyways, I think. I don't like the whole idea of...
What don't you like? How do you not like birthdays, man? Birthdays are fantastic. I look forward to my birthday every year. Like I always try to have some kind of a different party every year for a birthday.
I'm the opposite. I don't like the attention. I don't like the anticipation. I don't like the obligation to having to act like I want to celebrate today. Like, what if I don't feel like doing shit today? Motherfucker, I don't even talk to tell me happy birthday on face page. And with a lot of holidays, I feel the same way with a lot of holidays.
But see, I'm kind of I have the argument of like I like just the social gathering that can come about because of it.
Oh, you are always looking for an excuse to have a good time.
Yeah.
That's your personality. I'm more introverted, dude.
Let's go. Let's get everybody together, however many people we can. We'll go sing some karaoke. We'll have some drinks. We'll do some dancing. Let's just go have a good time. Yeah, man. The more the merrier. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of do agree with you like on the holiday thing, though. Like the only holidays are the holidays that we can party.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong, though. I fucking love Halloween. Halloween is my shit. I love Halloween. Yeah. Same with Christmas. I love Christmas. Me and Mercedes get real white girl about it, man. Pumpkin spice and everything nice, baby.
I guess Fortnite is offline right now or something.
If you were to get on Twitter right now, there's probably so many people. What the fuck, Fortnite? I'm off today.
Those people who play those games religiously, like they're playing and their girlfriend comes and like unplugs their PlayStation or something, and they just lose their mind.
Oh yeah, I've seen it where they physically abuse their girlfriends and shit when they're like trying to get their attention. But some of these bitches, I watched one video. That girl was really antagonizing that kid. You know, he's on there streaming live and he's like trying to play his video game and she's poking the beast, you know? And then he finally reacts and he gets a little physical with her and she knows that the stream's on and she's like, ah! You know, makes it like real dramatic. But you can never, no matter what happens, you cannot hit a woman.
Ever? What about
I feel like I would either run away or hold them down. I think I could do either one. If I can't hold them down, I can definitely get away from them.
Yeah.
Before you smack her, you know?
So if she...
It sounds like you are pro hitting women.
No, man. But...
You were supposed to agree a lot faster than that. You're like, you have the rebuttal. You're like, well, you know, like, sometimes I smack Jody and it seems to work pretty well.
Sometimes they may deserve something, but maybe in a kind of an aggressive shove of like, you need to back up.
Yeah, and that's different than a strike.
Open hand?
Maybe a shove is okay as long as she doesn't like fall into something.
What if you just twist her nipples really hard?
I think you're breaking two rules there.
what what's the what's the second rule?
Well, I mean, that's sexual and then physical at the same time. So might as well show her your dick while you're at it.
Maybe. Oh, man, that reminds me. There was actually a guy who stayed at our hostel it was in Phuket. Yeah, just recently, who said that, like, he had a new roommate come in one day, and he's kind of putting his things down. The dude was just laying on his bed, and then the new guy who came into the room, he's like, hey, man, do you mind if I rub one out real quick? And, like, just asked the guy if he could, and he started, like, jerking off in the room with the other guy in there.
But the type of people that are out there on the road, you know, being gypsies and doing what they're doing, you know, they're going to be the type of people that come up in there and want to jerk off right there in front of you. You got to almost be ready for
it. I don't know how I would handle that very well. Dude, would you say yes if you're laying in there just kind of minding your own business and the guy was like, hey, you mind if I rub one out real quick? Are you going to agree to it and be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, whatever you need to do? Or are you going to be like, fuck no, bro, go to the bathroom or something? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the guy asked him if he wanted to, like, join too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he wanted to masturbate too. How do you even, like, be normal around that guy? Like, if you see him down at the bar, like, in the hostel or something, like, later.
That guy was just open with it. It is weird to think that, like, it's taboo.
Everybody does it, man.
Like, hey, don't touch your body. Don't touch your body like that. Don't do that, you know? Like, why are you telling me what to do with my body, you know?
It's my penis. I do what I want. Yeah. Speaking of masturbation, have you ever been caught?
No.
So it happened recently with me. I don't know, recently. A few months ago, maybe.
You got caught by Jody?
Yeah. I tried to play it off, though, but it didn't work.
Ew.
It didn't work. Well, okay. I wasn't
trying to play it off.
No. Well, I wasn't, like, in the act of it. I was just, like, you know, I was watching a video on my phone.
What kind of video?
Like, I kind of heard her walking in, so I changed it real quick, and she was like, what are you doing? I was just like, oh, I'm just looking up some stuff about football. You know, that's where it's like the ESPN app. And she
That's weird because your dick's hard.
That's what happened. She came in and she laid down and she put her hand out there and she's like, why do you have a boner? And I was like,
It's football.
Yeah, football. It gets me going.
I'm telling you, man, college football gets weird, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that was the second time I've been caught.
Second?
So, yeah, the first time I got caught by a neighbor.
What?
So this one...
Like here in China?
No. Yeah, God, I would be in jail if that happened here. Is when I was living down in Chickasha selling cars. I lived in a duplex, and the dude who lived on the other side of the duplex was a salesman at the dealership also, so I was, like, friends with him. And it was just maybe it was like a Sunday, Lord forgive me. I was just sitting on the couch and put on, it was HBO or something like that. He comes over and he knocks twice and then just opens the door. Didn't wait for me to answer. And so he opens the door and I'm sitting there on the couch, dick in hand. He's like, oh, my bad, and closes the door and walks out. I was like, damn it.
Oh, my God. You didn't lock the door?
Man,
you were so irresponsible. Y'all had a duplex? What the fuck's he doing just walking in on people?
I know, man.
That's a good way to get shot.
So that was a little awkward.
I bet. Well, did you ever talk about it after
that?
Yeah,
of course. I went over there right afterwards, and I was like, my bad, man. He's like, no, my bad. I was like, had nothing to do. Was kind of bored.
That sucks. Did he see your dick and stuff, or was it just
I don't know how much he saw. He just walked in. He obviously knew what was going on, and it wasn't...
What if he had been there for a little bit?
Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, but whatever.
I had never been caught, but... when I was little, I would, like, get tissues and they come on the tissue and then I would, like, stuff it in between the bed and the wall. And there would be maybe 6 of them and then I'd just toss them all at once. And this time I had a load of loads in between the bed and the wall. And I went away for the weekend and then I come back and my dad had painted my room because I've been telling him I wanted to paint my room. And so he did it as a surprise. And he moved the bed, and he had to have found like 13 of these cum rags, all probably stuck to the wall. Oh, man. I still think about that, and I'm like, I feel bad for my dad. We never talked about it.
But you knew he knew.
Me out. Like, oh, he definitely knew. There's no way he didn't know,
Man.
We are so disgusting, both men and women. Just gross.
Yeah.
But jerking off is gross. I think cum is gross. I wish it was just more like a powder or, you know what I mean?
I don't think that would be more convenient, though.
I would love a powder, dude. Powder would be great. It would be kind of weird, though, right?
Just blow it onto the floor wherever.
Maybe even a gas. What if it was like a gas, more like a fart? That would be the way to go.
Yeah, that may not be so
For
bad.
sure.
Man, I wanted to hit my kids today in class. They're like a K-level class, so a lot of them are like 6, 7 years old. You know, they're in first grade or something. Anyways, so like for the past 2 months, we've been talking about like what is a noun, what is a verb, what is an adjective. And we practice it all the time. And these kids still do not understand what a noun, a verb, and an adjective is. And like today I was like going back and forth with them. That was so frustrating that these kids just could not understand something that I've been teaching and talking about for like the past 2 months. And sometimes, like I said, it's so frustrating, but I have to like kind of, again, step back a little bit and try to understand where they're coming from. He's 6 years old. Maybe they don't even know what a noun is in Chinese. You know what I mean?
How are they not getting this shit? Fucking 6-year-olds, man.
I blame the parents.
Do you remember any of your teachers from when you were...
Yeah, dude, I had a crush on my 3rd grade teacher.
Oh, Lord.
And my 4th grade teacher, because there was the same teacher for 3rd and 4th grade. Her name was Mrs. Loudermilk.
Mr. Who?
Miss Loudermilk. Yeah, dude, she was hot, man. Her husband played professional baseball, though. I think he played for like the Cleveland Indians. But I remember like I spoke to her at some point, man, like after high school maybe or something, and like found out like she had a kid and like she named her kid Seth.
How do you know that's not your baby?
Tell you what, man, I was pretty good looking in 3rd grade.
Yeah, you peaked in 3rd grade.
You know, actually, I had a girlfriend in 3rd grade. Her name was Crystal, and we never like officially broke up.
Crystal and Smith.
Like Brangelina.
Yeah.
Crystal Smith.
Crystal Smith. Yeah.
What does that mean? Like, if you have a girlfriend and like you never officially have like that breakup conversation, does that mean you're technically still together?
Yeah. How does that work?
I don't know.
Technically, this whole time you've been cheating on her.
Yeah, really. Well, she died like 5 years ago, so.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. She really did.
Yeah. Oh, I would say it's officially official.
Yeah.
What do you think happens when we die?
Probably nothing.
You just think nothing, just
nothingness? Nothing. Like, it's just it.
Loss of communication, nothing else. Just turns off.
Yeah, you just turn off. You think that you still have some sort of maybe it's consciousness. Is that the word you use? Like, it's not a physical consciousness, but there's still something that's going on, even though your physical body is...
I don't know. Yeah, what is consciousness if there is no body? I'm not ruling anything out, though. Nobody's ever died before. Well, no. I mean, nobody's ever died before and be able to come back and tell the tale.
Yeah, they have. I mean, there's plenty of books about that. There's people who talk about that, like people who claim that they've died, seen heaven, and then came back to consciousness.
You gotta die to get there.
Yeah, gotta get on that heroin.
Fuck, man, I wish I had some heroin. I don't have anything to do today.
Would you use a needle?
I don't have a problem with needles. Maybe I'll look for it on Craigslist or something.
Look for it.
No, but I have some meth. That's fine.
Sure. Close enough. Only if it's blue. Sounds pretty safe.
Yeah, that's like coming across a rare bottle of tequila, not taking a shot.
Yeah. Jeez Louise.
Are you going to keep Audible?
Yeah, I plan to.
That's cool, man. Yeah, next year I'm going to try to do a book a week.
That should be actually pretty easy if you think about it.
And then you could listen to like a couple of different books a day, like while you go to the gym, like put a book in. Yeah, before bed, maybe listen to a book, and then you're kind of knocking out 2 books at the same time.
Yeah.
How's your fantasy team doing?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm actually doing really good. I think I'm like 4-2. I think there's one guy who's undefeated. And the guy who is undefeated I'm playing against this week. That's fantastic. All right, so I'm going to be 4-3.
You take him down, dude.
Maybe. I'll have to get lucky. I'm going to need like his players to get injured or something.
Man, I love fantasy football. That was a lot of fun. I played it one time.
This guy doesn't even have that good of a team. What the fuck? Better win this week.
What's your team name?
Cup's half full. One of my players, his name is Cooper Kupp, Kupp. So I'm like, Cup's half full.
Who are you playing? What's his name?
Dude, stupid. D. Slap Dickington. Let me see if there's any good names in here. Thanos Raw Dogger. Okay. Willowdale Wi-Fi. Okay. Tucker Gently. Okay. This kicker's name is Tucker. That's funny. Louise is always Cowboys and Illegal Aliens.
That's hilarious.
There's a guy named
I like that.
Le'Veon My Wayward Son. The Great White Charks.
Is there a guy on there named Chark?
Yeah, Chark. Martin Scores Easy. From Whence They Came.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay. Not that great, but Thunder starts up in less than a week. And then college football's been going on. I watched that OU Texas last week. Yeah, dude, I could talk sports for quite a while with somebody. Some sports, not all sports.
Isn't that wild that Westbrook and Harden are back on the same team again?
Oh,
and it's not even in America.
What?
Or wait, no, Houston.
Houston's in America. Yeah, Houston's in America.
I was thinking Toronto, dude. I don't watch the sports.
Huston, that's the team where the owner sent that bad message about China. It's Houston's team. But yeah, they're on the same team again, and it's going to be definitely a different year for Thunder basketball this year. But it's just because I don't know, our whole identity is kind of changing a little bit.
Oh, I would watch a game now and not know what the fuck was going on. When I used to watch it, there was Harden, Westbrook, KD, Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, man. Good times. We almost won a title.
Couldn't get it done then.
I think they were still just a little bit too young and unlucky. And there were a couple of seasons back-to-back, KD got injured in the playoffs and then Westbrook got injured in the playoffs. Just bad luck. But now, man, like I said, the future is still bright for them. They still have a decent team. They're not bad enough to tank. They still have a good squad with, Chris Paul. Gallinari averages, 20 points a game. Steven Adams is still there as their center. They got, 3 really young guys who are, 21 or younger who are really good players, and, they're going to become really good players. So, like I said, there's still potential there. It's just not the same team that everybody's used to. They're just going to be learning and growing in their own way again, so it's fine.
They're hitting reset.
Yeah, but without, fully going reset. There's some teams that hit the reset button who will go 4, 5, 6 seasons of reset after reset after reset. They just can't get any kind of traction going. It's not going to be that way with Oklahoma City, I don't think. I mean, fuck, we got 10 first round draft picks over the next 7 or 8 years.
How does that work?
Because when we made those trades for Paul, when we traded Paul George to LA, they gave us 4 first round picks or something like that, 4 or 5 first round picks. So basically they gave us their first round pick over the next 4 or 5 seasons.
So there's just a certain amount of first round draft picks.
Well, everybody is given a pick in the first and second round for every year. But as the seasons go on, people trade those picks for players and stuff. You could even make a trade for I trade this player for a 2021 first-round draft pick or something. So in 2 years, you're going to get a first-round pick for this player.
That's pretty interesting. I never knew that. Well, I think I'm about ready to wrap this thing up. It is breakfast time for ya boy.
Yeah, it's been fun, man. Some good conversation. I look forward to the next one. We'll shoot for a week from today. We'll see you then.
Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We can do it real big, bigger than you ever done it. You be up on everything, others they never run it. I want this forever. I swear I could spend whatever on it. 'Cause she hold me down every time I hit her up. When I get right, I promise that we gon' live it up. She make me beg for it till she give it up. And I say the same thing every single time. I say you the best. You the best. You the best. You the best. You the best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. Best I ever had. I say you the best.